Hey, ghosties, before we get into today's episode, I did just want to give everybody a quick reminder that we are taking July off from recording and releasing our regular episodes. As we said before, Kelly's daughter is getting ready to move to Alaska, and I also just desperately needed some time to catch up on editing and everything else that goes on behind the scenes. But we didn't want to leave you completely ghostless, so we are releasing another one of our bonus mini episodes that was originally only released to our patrons. If you remember, earlier this year, somehow we managed to spend 3 whole episodes on Ed and Lorraine Warren. But yet, we weren't done. Because these two just never missed an opportunity to insert themselves into some spooky shit. So we are taking on the Warrens side quest. These are 2 cases that didn't really make it into the mainstream media, but were too ridiculous to ignore because everything with the Warrens is ridiculous. So we really hope that you enjoy, and we'll be back with our brand new episodes in August. Hello, ghosties. You're watching. You know what you're watching. You're here. You're watching us.
You are.
I'm
You know
Jen.
we are.
In
I'm
case
Kelly. You know, we do have some new patrons. So
Yes, we do. But
maybe they haven't figured it out yet. But I'm concerned because I'm getting a notification that says app is not focused.
it just
and
means
I
your
don't know
brain.
what that means.
It's just
My
talking about your brain.
Yeah. Accurate.
True story. Yeah. So we'll see. Kelly's internet's being wonky.
It is.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Nothing. Same old.
Remember
same
back
old.
in the day, they used to be a struggle.
Oh my God, it was bad, real bad.
And I forgot what I was going to say. App is
The app is not focused.
The app is definitely not focused.
Nope.
Oh my goodness gracious. I am glad that this is for the patrons.
Yeah.
What?
This is better. So I do Walmart delivery, and I ordered 2 boxes of wine because I always like to have 2, so that way if one just surprisingly runs out, I'm not
You
left
don't
without
want to
wine.
run out of wine.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I was really close. So I ordered 2, and I opened one on Sunday, and I had a glass, and I just wasn't like, it just didn't taste right. But I'm like, I drank a decent amount at the birthday party that everyone threw for me and my friend Tegan on Saturday. So I was like, maybe my body's just like, you don't really need to drink tonight. I was like, fine. So I dumped it out. And then last night when we were recording Warren's part 3, I had it and it still didn't taste right. And I was just like, okay, then maybe the box is bad. I drank the whole glass, by the way.
Is this the typical wine that you
Yes.
typically would order?
Yes.
Huh. So it is something weird with the...
So I messaged Walmart, did the contact thing to Walmart delivery, and they refunded my money. And it's funny.
Awesome.
They asked in the chat, they were like, I saw that you ordered 2. Is the other one bad? And I was like, I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't opened it yet. And then they're like, oh, if it's bad, just let us know. And I was like, okay, cool. But this was the first sip I took, and it tastes normal again. So.
Well, that was nice of Walmart, but also fuck Walmart because they fired my son because he had to take his pregnant fiance to the hospital for a medical emergency and he had to call out of work.
Fuck you, Walmart.
Because that's when you want to get fired is when you have a baby on the way.
I hate Walmart, but unfortunately I hate grocery shopping more.
Yeah.
So,
she does. It's like, you guys don't understand when she says she hates grocery shopping. I guess I don't have that particular. Jen thinks I'm autistic. Everyone. I don't have this aversion.
No, now I have to say what happened when we logged on today. Okay,
that's neither here nor there.
It is completely here and there. So I work from home. I think most of you know that. Maybe not our new patrons. I don't know. Welcome, new patrons as well. So I work from home, my day job. Unfortunately, I do not podcast full time. I wish I did. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends to join the Patreon page.
I think it's what we both said.
We can do this full time. Yeah.
So I have 2 monitors on my desk, and I was like, oh, everything's plugged into this docking station. Let me try to just like unplug it and plug it into my computer and see if everything will, come up. And I have an external webcam, all of that. So I was like, I don't know why I didn't think about this. So I plugged it in, and then I'm trying to like mess with the settings on my computer. And I'm like, oh, I'll just log in to the, recording thing with Kelly, and we could just talk while I'm figuring this out. And I log in, and I'm not like in this, like my laptop's like facing the other direction. It's down, it's not up. And the look on her face was like pure disgust of like, what?
It was wrong.
You're not going to record like that, are you? And I'm like, Kelly, I'm just messing with my settings. And then she just kept freaking out until I finally gave up and had to set my right.
I told her I'm going to log off, and when you get your shit together, you can text me. And I'll log back on.
She couldn't even look at me while I was doing this. I
feel like if they saw what I saw, they would all agree. Anyway,
that's rude.
Jen,
I think I'm beautiful to look at, no matter what angle.
No, it's not you. You're fine. It was the background.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't you.
My living room?
My God, did you think that was all about you?
Thought so.
Get the fuck out of here. Of course it wasn't about you. I can look at your face all day, every day. It was the way that everything was angled in the background was just not this background.
Okay.
And that's not right. This is the podcast background.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you would like to change your podcast background, that's fine. As long as you submit the plans to me in advance.
Also, when we are done recording, after we are done, we usually chat for a little bit afterwards, and then we have to leave the app. Kelly has asked me not to leave the app first because it makes her feel lonely and abandoned.
It does, but that's trauma. Anyway, welcome to this February's Patreon bonus video.
Comment below whether or not you think Kelly is autistic or not.
Should I tell them about the therapy thing?
Yes, you should.
So, I was talking to my therapist about this, and she was like, well, she's like, is your friend autistic? And I was like, yes. And she's like, okay, so the best people to diagnose autism is other people who are autistic, because they know the things that are more hidden underneath the surface than most people might know.
Especially your best friend who knows all the things hidden underneath of all of the surfaces in every nook and crevice.
I can honestly say there are 0 things that Jen doesn't know about me. And listen, and I trust her because she knows the things that make me not look like such a great person, but we all grow up and we all,
I don't know.
Now I'm not focused and my network is struggling. What the fuck, man? Okay.
Until recently, I didn't know your favorite color, apparently.
Except for my favorite. Can you fucking believe that? Anyway. Or my middle name. She didn't know my middle name. I was like, are you kidding me right now? I want you all to guess. I was born in 1974. I want your guesses below this. Well, actually, I never logged on to Patreon. So tell us in the Discord.
Yeah.
What you think my middle name is. What was I saying? Therapy. My therapist said to me, well, let me ask you a question. She said, how do you brush your teeth? And I said, oh, okay. That's easy. I take my toothbrush out and I can only have soft bristles because, why be so aggressive? And I wet my toothbrush, and then I put my little nurdle. I don't know if it's called a nurdle. That's what I call it. My little nurdle of toothpaste on it. And then
Is that a scientific name?
I have no idea. It's just what I call it, a nurdle. I don't know if I heard it somewhere, if somebody told me that was, I don't know. And then I put my nurdle of toothpaste on there, and then I wet the nurdle because you can't have dry.
You can't have a dry nurdle, Kelly.
No. I think we can all agree a wet nurdle is a better nurdle.
For sure.
For sure. So I was like, then I started on my top teeth and I go like this way, like around the fronts. And then I do like the bottoms of the teeth. And then I go and I do the backs of the teeth. And then I start on the bottom row. But I always start left to right because of course. And then I do the bottom row this way and then the tops this way and then the backs that way. And then I have, well, right now I have to clean my retainer too. So I rinse off my toothbrush and I clean my retainer and then I spit out the toothpaste, but I don't rinse. Don't rinse with water because that lessens the effectiveness of the fluoride in the toothpaste. Yes, it does.
I rinse with water.
So then I wipe my mouth and my therapist was like, the whole time I'm talking, she's like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, clearly I have aced this test. And she said, well, neurotypical people usually go like this. So then it gets better. I go downstairs where two of my children are. And I say to my youngest child, who is not autistic, I say, hey, how do you brush your teeth? And she went like this. And then I said to my oldest daughter, who is autistic, I was like, how do you brush your teeth? And she was like, well, I wet my toothbrush.
And then the next time we talked, you asked me, and then I went on to my entire explanation of how I brush my teeth.
So,
which I will spare you all. It's riveting.
Let us know in Discord, do you think I'm autistic? And do you know my middle name? And take a shot in the dark at our favorite colors too.
Yeah. You didn't know mine for a while. You said something else that it wasn't.
No. I said it was one color because that's a color you wear often, but then I said no, it's probably, and then I said the correct color.
I guess. Fair. I know all your deepest, darkest secrets, but, not your favorite color or your middle name.
She could ruin my life, but she doesn't know my middle name.
Yeah. Okay.
But if your best friend can't ruin your life,
are they even your best friend?
Your best friend? Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll shut up now.
Okay.
I haven't been tangenting a lot on the episodes, and now I got to get it all out.
Well, that's because we've been doing the Warrens and...
Oh, Jesus.
I say that as we are about to talk more about the fucking Warrens.
I hope you guys are ready.
More Warrens. Okay, today we are doing a quick Warren lesser known cases double feature. We are going to be talking about the Connecticut White Lady and the Southend Werewolf.
I figure there's probably a lot of white ladies in Connecticut.
Probably. These are not headline conjuring cases. They are smaller stories that still show the same pattern really clearly. A local legend or a messy human situation. Then the Warrens slap a big old paranormal demon label on it.
Demons.
And suddenly we have video, we have proof. But they either don't or it's blurry, thin, and most of the time conveniently missing.
Considering the fact that app is not focused is still up there, I'm worried if I'm going to look blurry and hopefully thin when we actually review this.
We'll see. So this is going to be short, direct, and a little feral. Sorry. We'll hit the core claims, the red flags, and then just like our other episode, our Warren Part 3, I will give a haunting confidence rating and a Warren credibility rating.
Wait, you said werewolf.
I did.
The Warrens were involved in a werewolf case? Okay, I'll shut up. Sorry, guys.
So grab your drink, your side eye, and your that's not evidence stamp, and let's get into it.
I would like to point out that Jen is very irritated with me because when we do our episodes, a rule that I instituted is we are not allowed to interrupt each other when we are doing the topic introduction because I feel like it breaks the flow.
It's just
But that's for
interrupted me like
episode
12 times.
because this is Patreon,
true.
and I've had a really big glass of wine already. No, I think I might be feeling a little drunk, but this is Patreon. I can interrupt her as much as I want, and
Yeah.
she'll just edit it out if she wants to.
That's true. So I usually just leave it in for you all because you love us.
Because if she has to deal with me like this,
So do you.
so do you. Oh, I love the casualness of our Patreon page.
Me too. It's so much fun. One day we'll be big and famous, and you know what? I still won't give a fuck.
No, we'll be less casual, probably.
You mean more casual?
Or more casual,
Yes.
yeah.
We'll be more casual because
Yeah.
we'll be like, we're already famous. If you're here and you're paying us, like, you get what you get. Come on. It's part of our charm, hopefully. Anyway,
I like to think that this is why the patrons like us.
I
is
hope
because
so.
they get to see a lot of this side of us.
yeah,
That's even more polished than the episode.
I thought you were going to say unhinged.
You want me to shut up now?
No, you're fine.
Okay. But yes.
Okay, this happens. So this legend is most commonly associated with the Union Cemetery in Easton, Connecticut, but it is also linked to the Stepney Cemetery in Monroe, Connecticut. And as far as the dates go, this is just an ongoing local legend.
Okay.
Core claim is that people have seen a woman in white, typical pale figure in a dress appearing briefly in or around a cemetery at night and then vanishing. Pretty typical. Sometimes she's described as moving between graves. Sometimes she's described as a roadside apparition near the cemetery. The details will change depending on who's telling it, but the headline pretty much always has stayed the same. White-clad female figure appears and disappears. Well, the Warrens treat the white lady as a repeatable, documentable phenomenon. Do-do-do-do-do. Their organization claims that the white lady was photographed and videotaped multiple times by the Warrens, and that evidence is documented in their book, Graveyard. They've also added a second entity to the legend, which is basically just a pair of red eyes that is said to appear behind the cemetery.
Okay.
Mhm.
Frequently documented.
Frequently documented. We'll get there.
Okay. All right.
So they've even tried to separate the red eyes into two different categories. If you capture the red eyes within the graveyard, that is a known local prank, or bike reflectors that are being moved around because someone's riding their bike.
But only if the Warrens catch it.
No. If you capture it outside the graveyard in the woods, those are the real red eyes. And the Warrens attribute those to Earl Kellogg, who is a man, they say, was set on fire across the street and died in 1935.
Is that why his eyes are red? Because they're burning?
Maybe. I would also just like to add that Ed and Lorraine Warren are buried at Stepney Cemetery.
Interesting.
Yes. So it is their local cemetery. Major red flags. The woman in white is one of the most common local legends. I feel like every place has a woman in white legend. It makes it extremely easy for different stories to kind of blur together over time. So, generally red flag. And then with the red eyes, that is messy, even by their own admission, because when your story also includes local, sometimes fake this, that's basically admitting that the environment is already primed for hoaxes and misinterpretation. So anything else that they actually document needs to be extra clear to kind of make up for that.
Right.
So there is actually video evidence that I just shared with Kelly. The story behind this is it was September of 1990, and Ed Warren waited in the Union Cemetery at 2 a.m., hoping to capture the ghost of the White Lady. Lucky for Ed, he was successful. And the footage that is now on your screen is
clear as mud.
Clear as day. I mean, this is so clearly evidence of the paranormal. I don't know how this was not in every major news story everywhere. Everything I've ever said about the Warrens, I completely take it all back. I mean, they proved the paranormal with this photo.
Do you know what that totally wasn't? Lorraine in a dress walking around.
It actually was not Lorraine in a dress walking around.
Oh, it was somebody else in a dress walking around.
It was Judith Penney in a dress walking around.
Oh, okay. So, when you a child, then you force them to fake your paranormal evidence.
Yeah, right?
With you. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Insanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that video, by the way, that video is not even on their official website. You can see what I just put on the screen.
I wonder why.
Right. You can see what I just put on the screen is someone that posted it on TikTok, and I had to screen record it in order to show it to you all because I could not find just this actual video posted anywhere besides social media. But, clear as day proof of the paranormal.
How do we know it was Judith Penney?
That she claimed, she claimed it in all of her other claims.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm so disappointed.
The evidence speaks for itself, right?
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, disappointed. Sure.
I didn't want Ed and Lorraine Warren to be
monsters,
the pieces of shit that they are.
I know. Me either. So for this one, my haunting confidence is I did give this a 3 because it's a legend beyond just the Warrens, right? The Warrens are doing what the Warrens do, but there are numerous reports of people in both of these cemeteries over decades that have claimed, and I did try to find, but there's so many white ladies out there that it's hard to be like, oh, was this in Connecticut?
There's so many white ladies out there. This country's got far too many white ladies.
It does. I was talking about the paranormal
lady
kind.
in white.
They're also known as white ladies.
Are they?
They are. And in my notes, it was called the White Lady of Connecticut.
I've only ever heard them referred to as the lady in white.
Well, maybe the Warrens rebranded. I don't know. At least they didn't try to say she was a demon.
True. Maybe that's old Red Eyes.
Maybe old Red Eyes out there. But yeah, I'm not going to go higher than 3 because there's no hard evidence. It's mostly just testimony and some other photos and videos that kind of get circulated around, which are usually dark and grainy, and you can't really tell what's happening. As far as the Warrens' credibility, they get a big fat 0.
I'm still in negative numbers.
They point to their video like it is a smoking gun, but as you all just saw, it's blurry and not even hosted on their own website. And then you've got the fact that Penney claimed that she's the one who dressed up to be the white lady.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Guys, what do I do with my fucking face when Jen is talking? I don't know what to do with my face for these videos.
You've been doing Patreons for months.
I know, but now I'm more conscious about it because we're doing them in, what do I do on episodes that go out on YouTube for, people that don't already love us?
Yeah. A lot of people I have seen that do video podcasts will swap back and forth when one person is talking, so you're not on camera the whole time. But I did that once for a Patreon episode, and Kelly told me she didn't like it, so I've never done it again.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but now I'm thinking maybe no, because part of our reactions to what each other
Well,
is saying
yes.
is a big part of it too.
And in those video flopping around here, when you do that, you have to be it. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of glad you didn't like it because it makes my job a lot easier. But when you do it, you have to be strategic. And if the other person is reacting, then you go back to 2 cameras.
Nah, it's too much. You already got enough work on your hands.
That is a lot of work.
I'm just going to have to deal with my own fucking dilemma about like, if I'm just sitting here like this, like I have like a resting bitch face, like, but then if I'm moving around, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw a tangent into this episode.
If either of us have another one, yeah, I know. If either of us have resting bis face,
resting bis face.
I've had like 4.
That's after a couple bottles of wine. Resting bitch face.
If either of us have resting bitch face in an episode, maybe I should just like put text on the screen that just says, "Don't mind Kelly's resting bitch face."
She doesn't know what to do when I'm talking. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Well, I just remembered I had to ask you something, and it's not relevant to anything, so I can't ask you now. Go ahead. Sorry, guys. I have ADHD, and when it pops in the brain, Jen, don't let me forget to ask you a question.
I will.
About a special person in your life when we're done.
Oh, okay.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and I have a problem.
She does have a problem.
I totally went off on a thing that has nothing to do with anything regarding this podcast, but I did have to say it, or I would have forgotten to ask Jen, and I did need to know. But then I went on a whole separate other
that triggered another tangent.
And now I don't think either one of us know what we're doing or where we are in this episode.
Thank you.
But Jen's been paying attention.
I did it for once,
and
it helped.
I know this looks like a lot of wine, and it is.
It is a lot of wine,
but I didn't want to have to keep refilling my wine glass.
Mm-hmm. It helps that we finished the White Lady and are about to move on to the Southend Werewolf.
All right, give me the werewolf stuff. Because I've done a research on werewolves, and I was fascinated.
It's not what you think.
Damn.
Yeah, it never is with the Warrens, is it? Okay.
I'm feeling funny today, man. I don't know what it is.
I can see. You're ready to fuck shit up.
I'm ready to fuck shit up.
Yeah. Okay, so this happened in Southend-on-Sea, Essex, in England.
Okay.
Well, that's where it started. But then there was an exorcism in Monroe, Connecticut.
Huh?
We'll get there. So the first incident was placed around 1952. Then there were more incidents, and eventually an exorcism on July 28th, 1989. So basically, this guy named Bill Ramsey described himself as experiencing sudden episodes of overwhelming rage, characterized by animalistic behavior like clawing, pawing, biting, growling, and exhibiting unusually intense strength, followed by confusion or shame afterwards. To me, that just sounds like a man having a big feeling with no coping skills.
Yeah. But that never happens.
No, never. The headline incident that really kicks it off into the public and labeled it the Southend Werewolf is where Ramsey is reported to have gotten violent during an encounter involving police. enough that it got attention, and the werewolf framing stuck as a media label. Well, one day, the Warrens were just watching their TV, and they saw this and immediately stamped it with a big old demon sticker.
Now werewolves are demons?
Apparently, everything's a demon,
question.
Kelly.
Do the Warrens think this is a werewolf that is, and werewolves are demons, or did they hear a werewolf story and say it's not a werewolf, it's a demon?
So I don't think anyone ever actually thought this was a werewolf in truest sense of the words. I think it got labeled or dubbed a werewolf because the guy said that, you know, he had unusual strength and intense rage and kind of like symptoms of becoming a werewolf, but I don't think anyone ever actually claimed yet that there was any werewolf transformation.
Okay.
So according to their own account, Lorraine contacts the local police station in Southend to reach Ramsey. And the Warrens arranged for him to come to the U.S. for a religious intervention.
Did the police just used to give information like this out back then?
Maybe.
Can you imagine calling the police station based on something you saw on the news now, and you're like, hey, can I get that guy's info? Like, give me his digits.
Yeah, I would have called him.
Sure. Give me a second.
Yeah,
give me a second. I'll get him on the line.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The story
Sorry.
No, it's so fucking ridiculous. It's why I picked it, because it's insane. So basically, they helped perform a formal... My fingers are sore from all the air quotes I've done with these goddamn Warren episodes.
The Warrens?
A formal exorcism in Monroe, Connecticut at Our Lady of the Rosary Chapel by Bishop Robert McKenna on July 28, 1989. Warren-aligned tellings claim that the exorcism worked. And Ramsey allegedly felt a weight lift and reported no further episodes afterwards. So the case gets packaged as a clean before and after possession story. Mm-hmm. Do you want to hear the red flags, Kelly?
I do, because I know there's got to be a lot more to this.
Okay. The Warrens explicitly claim that during the exorcism, Ramsey began to physically change into a werewolf.
Okay.
But what we actually have in public-facing records are photos that show him grimacing and holding up his hands, and then later smiling and shaking Ed and Lorraine's hand afterwards. Multiple retellings say that the exorcism was recorded on video. Yet that video does not exist anywhere on public records.
Well, you know, it's a matter of privacy.
Trust us. It exists.
Yeah, trust us, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, there is at least one source that said that a tabloid bankrolled the U.S. trip for Bill to be able to afford it, that he reached out to some tabloid and they were like, yeah, sure, here's the money. That doesn't necessarily prove that anything's fake, but it is a credibility hazard. Financial incentives and a sensational hook are kind of just built into the pipeline. And then there's the bishop, Robert McKenna. This was not a normal diocesan exorcist. Mainstream Catholic sources described him as validly but illicitly consecrated, which basically just means that he was operating outside of the church's authorization and approved structure.
Okay.
And we know that formal exorcisms require explicit permission, y'all. Explicit permission from the church.
It's kind of a big deal with the Catholic Church that in order for the rites of exorcism to be carried out properly, that they have to fall within very explicit guidelines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's just how the church works.
My haunting / possession confidence, I did give it a 1 because something happened, right? Ramsey was described as having these violent animalistic episodes.
Okay.
There was an exorcism ceremony performed. Now, whether it was legit or not, probably not. But it did happen. There are photographs from it. But the supernatural claim of demonic possession, werewolf transformation, instant cure, blah, 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 blah. Not really.
Right. But do we know, like, was he a drinker and he was like having these? Did he have?
And that's the other thing. Like, there are a lot of plausible non-paranormal explanations that fit the limited facts that we actually have, right? There are psychological and psychiatric factors, other health issues that can produce those episodes of rage, dissociation, and post-episode confusion or shame. Without solid medical documentation or controlled observation, it's irresponsible to treat this as a demonic possession.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say 0 because something happened. Probably psychological.
Yeah, but like something happened doesn't have to mean, though, that you have confidence it was a haunting.
Right.
It's just that you have confidence that something happened.
To me, though, unless I can say 100% I can rule it out, I'm not giving it a 0.
Oh, see, I look at it differently. I look at it as more, I need a lot more to rule it in.
Oh, see, to me, a 1 is like, yeah, probably not, but slim possibility.
Okay.
That's my scale. As for the Warrens...
You certainly don't have to work on my scale.
And I don't plan to, bitch.
Because it's your scale that you made up.
Right. I made up the damn scale. It's my scale, and there are no negatives.
I don't know. You let me have negatives before.
I did, but I'm taking them away.
All right, I'll say 0.
Okay. Warren's credibility gets a big fat 0. This is Warren brand storytelling at full volume, maximum claims, minimal receipts. They present the exorcism as decisive proof, claim dramatic physical transformation, and imply recordings while never actually producing them. So,
right,
very, very on brand for the Warrens. And that brings us to the end of this Patreon mini episode.
I don't know why that was so funny. You were so sweet.
On 2 smaller Warren cases that still show the same pattern loud and clear. The claim gets big, the labels get dramatic, and I'm reading this rest of the sentence and then I will react to you. And the evidence stays blurry, thin, or conveniently out of reach. I'm sorry, Kelly, what happened?
I don't know. I heard a noise.
Okay.
Is it as blurry as my app is not focused blurry?
It's not. My app's also not focused. It's been not focused for about 20 minutes now. So
this is a new thing for us. So we have no idea what this means.
In the past, I've always assumed when it says app is not focused, it means that someone is on like another tab or doesn't have the recording up. But we're both in it, so I don't know why it's telling. I think it's just telling us our brains aren't focused because, you know, that tracks.
Yes, it does.
But I am so glad to be done with the fucking Warrens, at least for a bit.
Yeah. Well, it's not like they're going to be coming out with new stuff anytime soon.
Well, I know, but I do want to dive into their bigger cases a little bit more in depth.
That's right.
But it's going to be a minute because I have been knee deep in the Warrens for weeks and I'm over it.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I have an episode I want to start working on, but I can't because I have some people that used to work at the establishment that I'm doing the episode on, and I am waiting for them to email me information.
Oh, okay. My next episode is going to be a cryptid. I'll spoiler alert everyone, because I wanted to find something fun and something that doesn't have a lot of information on it, so I cannot possibly stretch it into more than one part. Because I'm
excited
very
too,
good
because
at
it's a
that.
cryptid I've never heard of, and
Yeah.
I will say, in recent episodes, like recording with Joel has been great. I love our guests that like Lilith, phenomenal. I
Yeah.
love our guests we've been having on. But my favorite old school, just you and me episode is still Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we also
Definitely.
have another guest in the works that we can tease here.
We can tease a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
teasing.
How do we tease this though?
It's another content creator.
It is another content creator.
Mm-hmm. That's all we're going to say. But we have a meeting with this person in about a week, and we're really excited.
Very excited. We've also reached out to another big interview that's a very big long shot, but we do have someone from that we've previously interviewed that is going to be seeing this person next month, and has confirmed to me more than once now that they will very much tell this person, you need to answer that email.
Fingers crossed. I'm just waiting for you to say your line.
Oh, do I have a line? Where are we?
You have the only line that we do for Patreon episodes.
Right. So go ahead and send us your stories.
Yes.
To notmyghostpodcast@gmail.com, because while we are fingers crossed for super famous dude, super famous, but famous dude stories, we thrive and really crave your stories.
We
because
do.
we love them so much. We've gotten to know you guys, and you guys have the best stories.
Yeah, you do. And especially our Birdie's a new patron, but we've already gotten most of her stories. But Nicole and Warren. Come on.
We want to know.
We want to know.
Bring them to us.
Send us your stories.
Email them.
We do have one story from Nicole in our inbox.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. She sent it a little bit ago, and it just has been on the bottom of the list, but it's getting there. We'll be reading it soon at some point.
Soon. We do have one episode where we already have selected the stories.
We do.
Because we plan these out a little bit ahead of time. So we will get to it, though.
We promise. Thank you for joining us on this quick, petty little field trip through more Warren weirdness. Remember, as you scroll through grainy ghost clips and dramatic true story headlines, keep this in mind.
If it's not your ghost or your Warren,
it's not your problem.
Until next time, stay spooky.
And stay skeptical.